Gig workers, welcome back. Welcome back. Have you guys not capitalized on your $20,000 yet from the SBA? Oh, guys, I got the details for you. I know I say this on every video, but gig workers, you're going to really want to pay attention to this video. It's very important. There are some big deadlines coming up here, and you guys don't want to miss out on an opportunity to advance yourselves, advance your business, and qualify for up to $20,832 from the SBA. Let's get into those details, guys. Welcome back, YouTube world, to another video of Ask Builder. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I really appreciate all your comments and all your feedback for the channel and supporting us. So if you guys have not yet subscribed yet, go down below, like and subscribe. Join our channel, join our movement. We are here to talk about the PPP program, the PPP loans. And we're here to talk about what gig workers can do to capitalize on up to $20,832. You guys are going to want to hear all these details, so stay tuned to the very end so that you guys could get every piece of information you guys possibly need so that you guys could get this money, stay afloat, stay in business during pandemic times. We've got all your details here. But first, remember to go down below, like, subscribe, join the channel, join the movement. Give me your comments, give me your feedback. I want to answer your questions. I want to answer them live on the YouTube channel. So join us. I might be featuring your comments on the next video. So thank you guys so much. On today's video, we're going to talk about some very big deadlines for the PPP program. You're not going to want to miss these details. We're going to also talk about a Q&A session where we're going to walk through a lot of the questions you guys have posted. I'm going through hundreds of questions, answering hundreds of questions, and I want to bring you guys the answers today. And I'll also be announcing 2 institutions who are still accepting applications for the PPP program, the PPP loans. So stick around for those details. First item here, very big, important item. You guys are going to have to pay attention to some deadlines. The PPP loans for applications ends on August 8th. Now, this is an extension from the June 30th deadline. June 30th, the funds weren't dried up yet, so Congress went back and said, hey, Donald, sign us an extension here, and they've extended it to August 8th. Now, does that mean they're going to extend it again? Maybe, maybe not. We don't actually know that yet. But if their funds are still available, I would imagine they may extend it. However, that deadline is coming up on August 8th. What happened on June 30th, this is very important to understand, local credit unions stopped accepting applications 5 days early. So they stopped accepting applications on the 25th of June, when we all know that the deadline was the 30th of June. But there were still some institutions taking online applications. We'll get into those details later. But I don't want you guys to miss that deadline, August 8th. So your local credit unions, they probably stopped taking applications yesterday. Today is the 4th. I'd imagine they stopped taking applications yesterday. All right, guys, let's get into some Q&As. I want to answer some of your questions live here on my YouTube channel. A lot of you guys are still looking for support. There's a lot of questions out there with concerns of what does PUA mean, what does PPP mean, and what does EIDL mean? Well, your PUA, that's your unemployment insurance. That came with a $600 boost. That program ended on the 31st of July. I have a video coming up here tomorrow. I want you guys to catch it. Make sure you guys check in to see the video on the PUA because you guys can still get into the program. It's not too late. It still runs for 39 weeks and you can still backdate all that information. So join me tomorrow. I want to go and cover all the details on the PUA. Your PPP loans are forgivable loans. This is the Paycheck Protection Program, which is designed to pay your employees and to pay yourself if you're a sole proprietor. This is a loan that comes at 1% interest over 5 years. But again, if you're using this to pay yourself, up to 60% of it to 100% of it is forgivable if you're paying yourself or if you're paying for things like utilities, rent, or your mortgage insurances. You have a 40% window to pay for rent, utilities, and mortgage insurance. So don't miss out on getting those funds. And I'll tell you guys more details on how to get into that application process here very shortly. Now, the EIDL program, that's your Economic Injury Disaster Loan Program. That's coming at a 3.75% interest rate, up to 30 years. That also came with a grant program. The grant program is $1,000 per employee up to 10 employees for $10,000. So if you guys are gig workers and you're sole proprietors, you guys would have qualified for $1,000 of free grant money. Even if you didn't get accepted, even if you were declined, you still would have received a acceptance for that $1,000. All right, guys, let's get into some Q&As. I want to answer some of your questions. Giovanna Brooks is asking, Giovanna Brooks has a negative $25,000 on her Schedule C. Essentially, her loss was greater than her profit, so she didn't actually profit last year, so she had negative $25,000, and she is asking if she will qualify for any PPP funding, and unfortunately, the answer is no. Giovanna, unfortunately, you would have had to show a profit in order to qualify for the PPP loan program. Some people are asking if they haven't filed their 2019 taxes, can they qualify for the PPP? And the answer is no. You must file your 2019 taxes in order to get into this queue process. You can't go off your 2018 taxes. It's not like the stimulus where you got that $1,200 for your 2018 taxes if you haven't filed 2019 yet. Get out there and get your 2019 filed and before August 8th. Very important deadline. We do not know if they're going to extend it this time, so get yourself into the queue. Some of you are asking questions about what if I just started my business in 2020. As long as you guys were open prior to February 15th, you can still get into this program. It's a little trickier to get into this program though, because the fastest track to get into the program are for people that filed their 2019 taxes. For those of you who filed a 2019 tax, you guys get into an automated process where you just upload your 2019 Schedule C, and it goes through an automated check. And then you guys get a automated processing, automated approval, everything's automated after the fact. But for those of you who just opened your business in 2020, what you need to do is you need to demonstrate over a series of months what your average monthly income looks like, right? So, what are you guys actually profiting over those series of months? So maybe you guys have been open for 7 months and you guys just got in just before the February 15th deadline. What you would want to do is you'd want to tally up all of your profits and tally up all of your losses. If you guys could demonstrate that somehow through bank statements, that would be the best opportunity for you. And you're going to want to go into an institution to do this, because you're going to need to prove to a person live in person, that you have a series of profits, have a series of losses, and that your profits are greater than your losses. And then you would take that overall profit number. Maybe it's $7,000. You would take that overall profit number and you would divide it by 7 months, and you would come up with a $1,000 profit each month, which you would then qualify. You could get into the 2.5 times that, or maybe you made more like $70,000 and you made like $10,000 a month, and that would qualify you for greater amounts. That would qualify you for closer to the $20,832. So. Again, this is something you want to do in person, not something that you do through an automated process, because they want to see that you've earned money in 2020. And one of the best ways of doing that is taking a look at your 2019 and figure out what that average is over that 12-month period, so that they could get a good understanding of what you could expect to be earning in 2020. So, but important part, get in the queue, get into an institution, start the process, start it today. There's time-sensitive information here, so get into the process. Franklin Rivard is asking, can I get a PPP loan if I have gotten an EIDL loan? And the answer is yes. You could get a PPP loan. The PPP is a forgivable loan if you're using between 60 and 100% to pay yourself, to pay your employees, or you could use up to 40% to pay things like rent, utilities, or mortgage insurance. Which are also things that you could use the EIDL loan for, to pay for your operating expenses, to pay for your rent, your utilities, etc. You wouldn't want to go and use your EIDL loan to pay your paycheck. You'd want to use the PPP specifically to pay your 2.5 months of pay, so you could get that forgiven, get it wiped away, and then focus your EIDL on things that you need cash flow for, things that you need operating expense for. So use those loans two very separate ways. Keep them separate. Don't treat them the same. Use your Paycheck Protection Program to pay yourself. Use your EIDL loan to carry your operating expenses. Tyranny T is an Uber driver. She's asking if she qualifies for PPP. The answer is yes, absolutely. You also qualify for PUA. So whenever we say gig workers, we're talking about our Uber drivers, we're talking about our Lyft drivers, we're talking about our Instacart workers, We're talking about Airbnb managers. We're talking about real estate agents. If you're selling real estate, you guys qualify. 1099, independent contractors, you guys all qualify. If you guys have a sole proprietorship and you guys have a small business, you guys qualify for PPP. So do not miss the deadlines. You guys are going to want to capitalize before August 8th, before they close the program, close the window. And we don't know if they're going to extend it yet. So we will find out more details here on that shortly. Robin Schubitz is asking where to go and apply for a PPP loan. She wants to know if you have to go directly to the SBA, and the answer for PPP loans is no. You would go through a third party like a credit union or even some financial institution like Wells Fargo, or some of the big institutions are having PPP loans. You do not go directly to the SBA for this particular program. You do, however, go to the SBA for the Economic Injury Disaster Loans, the EIDLs. So that grant money and the loan through the EIDL program is directly with the SBA. You can apply on their website. However, for PPP loans, I want to get into the part where I tell you about the two institutions that are still accepting applications, and that is Kabbage and BlueVine. Now, I'm hearing a lot of competition between Kabbage and BlueVine. Me personally, I don't have a preference because I just want to hear that you guys are getting your money, getting your funds. So I love the fact that Kabbage and BlueVine are accepting applications still, and they're accepting applications right up to the 8th. So thank you, Kabbage and BlueVine. I'm not sponsored by either Kabbage or BlueVine. Again, no preference. Go out there and get your funds quickly. I do have tips and pointers on how you could apply through BlueVine. If you guys stay tuned here to the end of the video, I will walk you guys through some more details on exactly how to apply for the BlueVine application process, and we'll walk you through some of the details on how to get into that program. The most important part is that you guys get in line. You guys got to get a ticket to ride, okay? It's like going to the deli and you pull that ticket down and you wait for your turn in line. You guys are going to want to get in line for a PPP. Now, on June 30th, when they closed the previous PPP program, there were people still applying right up to the deadline with BlueVine. And BlueVine sent out a nice email that said, I'm sorry, the SBA has stopped accepting applications due to the CARES Act expiration date of June 30th. And you guys are still in the queue. If they file the extension, we will continue processing your application. So if you guys aren't in line, you guys aren't going to get to ride the ride. So make sure you guys don't miss on this opportunity. It's your free stimulus money, and if you guys file for that, forgiveness, you don't have to pay this money back. Now, I can tell you guys one institution that will get you the money in 3 days. This is BlueVine system. So as long as you have that Schedule C uploaded and your driver's license uploaded, it's going to automatically process your application. They're going to send you an email. Go to BlueVine to activate your account. You qualify for the Paycheck Protection Program. You're going to receive another email. This email says, here's a loan offer. You click on that link in your email, and it's going to take you back to BlueVine, and it's going to say, congratulations, you've been approved for this much money. And it's going to say you have 60 months to pay this back. It's deferred for 10 months. It's at 1%. Click here to accept and sign your loan documents. You click finish, and another screen pops up and says, congratulations, you've been approved. And boom, $20,834 is the maximum money you can see, and it's instantaneous. I've got a large network of entrepreneurs that I work with daily, and these are the steps and testimonies that they've provided for me. So thank you guys so much for joining me again on another episode of Ask Builder. For those of you who haven't liked and subscribed yet, go on down below. Give me a thumbs up if you like the new haircut. I don't know. I have a lot of information on EIDL grants, PUA, PPP programs. Check back tomorrow to see that information specifically for PUA, how you guys can still get into that program even though deadlines have ended and the boost has ended. There's still an opportunity, guys, for you to back pay and get all that retro back active pay. So make sure you guys check out that video. And thank you guys so much again for joining me, and I will catch you on the next video.